Hello everyone, Arwen from Even Star. Welcome to Facebook Live for another week. Today I am talking about the essentials of boosting immunity naturally. So you may have heard that here in Australia the flu vaccine is once again in short supply, and not that I'm necessarily someone who advocates that you get a flu vaccination, but it may be time to think about some other natural ways to boost your immune system instead. And my cat has just come up to say hello. Poor traumatised cat who is not enjoying the process of having moved house, so I'm not going to kick him off. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about were 5 steps that I would suggest that you take in order to boost your immune system naturally, and included in that are the essential oils that I'd recommend for you to use to boost immunity. First thing, having just eaten a beautiful plate of roasted veggies, which I made for myself because I was actually going to make soup, but my mum made me soup and brought it for lunch today, so I thought, no, I don't want soup again. So I made some beautiful roasted veggies, cauliflower, potato, sweet potato, pumpkin, what else did I have? Jerusalem artichoke, zucchini, so delicious. And so the first thing I wanted to talk about is food, and absolutely making sure that you do eat really beautiful food. Your body can't recognise things that are food-like substances. You need to eat whole foods from the earth and look after yourself in that way, in the most basic of ways, in order to boost your immune system. So I like to also suggest always that we do eat seasonally, and in that way, in winter, having warm foods is natural. That's what we want to have when it's cold outside. We want to have warm food. So your soups, your stews, your slow cooked things, your roasted things are all just really beautiful to have at this time of year. Garlic, ginger, turmeric are all fabulous things to season with to boost your immune system. And having soup, having bone broths as a base for soup is really good for your immune system as well. And other things are beautiful healthy oils, so like pure olive oil. I was really going to say pure essential oil. Don't glad that down, please. And dark chocolate, yay, you can eat some dark chocolate, that's good for you. Lots of fruit and vegetables is really important, and again, keep the seasonal stuff in mind. Buy what's in season. That's what is natural for us to do at any time of year. Okay, step number 2 is movement. So it is quite difficult in the winter to stick to an exercise routine. So I guess I'd say, well, change it up. Have your winter exercise routine. You might want to take your exercise indoors if you normally go outdoors. However, I will talk a bit more about that in just a moment in my number 3 about your surroundings. Oh, sorry, actually, that's going to be my last point, talking about your surroundings. So with movement, perhaps, do join a class that's going to be inside. Do some beautiful yin yoga, which is a type of yoga that actually respects and honours the dark, inward-looking, slow-moving time and emotion behind this season. So that's something that you might want to give a try to. And there's lots and lots of things that you can check out on YouTube as far as moving your body. I would say it is really, really important, though, to move your body. So even though you might just feel like snuggling on the couch, which I'm going to talk about as well, it's really important to keep moving your body throughout winter as well. And that is really necessary for boosting your immunity, because if we don't move our muscles, our lymphatic system cannot work. So you really need to keep moving your body so that your lymphatic system can remove toxins and impurities from your body. And if it doesn't, then of course that's going to be a negative impact on your immunity. So my next step is being, which is all about all the stuff that goes on in our head. And I guess we use at least 20% of our energy our brain uses at least 20% of the energy that we expend. And we really don't prioritise relaxing in our Western society. So this is actually really important to boost your immunity as well, that you need to take time out to just chill. And in actual fact, the metaphysical reasons for getting a cold are that you are overwhelmed. You have too much going on in your head, and it's your body's way of saying to you, hang on, just stop. And I can speak on this with authority, having a bit of a cold myself at the moment because I just moved house last week, twice in fact, because I was moving to do different properties. So absolutely my brain has been totally fried, and hence I came down with a cold. So as far as relaxing, again, do your winter relaxation activities, binge on Netflix, snuggle on the couch, as I mentioned before, as long as you're doing some exercise as well. And, maybe have a board games championships with the family, read those books that you've been wanting to read, light a beautiful fire and read a book in front of the fire. Make sure you're respecting the season again with what you do for relaxation. So the next one is, of course, sleep. So leading from relaxation into sleep. Our body actually repairs itself while we're asleep. So if we are not getting enough good quality sleep, our body can't do this effectively, and we are much more susceptible to illness. So do prioritise sleep. Again, living with the seasons, the nights are much longer, the days are shorter, so respect that, honour that. Accept that you might actually want to spend some more time in bed, being asleep and repairing your body at this time of year. That is a natural thing to do. So then number 5 is surroundings. Again, with the seasons, we do need to be aware that we do tend to be indoors a lot, and it is important to make sure you get your dose of fresh air and sunshine as well. So sometimes the sun isn't out very much in winter. When it is out, get out in it. Go and sit in it. Rug up, go and sit in the sun. Take a walk in the sun. Be outside in the fresh air, and try and have windows open a little bit. If you can't have your windows open while you're in the house because your heating just doesn't cope with that, then maybe while you're out for that walk in the sunshine, throw those windows open, get some fresh air and some movement of air into your house. So other things you can do to improve the ionisation in your home, which tends to go a bit pear-shaped in winter because we are staying inside with everything shut up, and we get all that massive buildup of positive ions, and this again has a negative effect on our immunity. So we want to try and balance that out. So using your salt lamps, your beeswax candles, your essential oils is going to help you with that as well if you can't get fresh air into your house or your office or wherever it is. So on to the essential oils, having brought that up. So there's 5 oils that I'm going to talk about just really briefly because we don't want this to be an hour-long Facebook Live. And bearing in mind as well with the oils that a lot of them they obviously all come from plants, and a lot of them we use parts of those plants in our food as well and in our cooking. So for those that I mentioned that you think, oh yeah, that's a herb I use or that's a flavouring that I use, then get it in your cooking as well. Don't just you feel like you have to use the oil by itself, because, so for example, I'm going to talk about oregano and thyme. Well, the oil comes from the leaves, and that's what we use in our cooking as well. So put that in your cooking. Sprinkle that on those roasted veggies, just like I did today. And lemon as well is another one. So again, beautiful in roasts. Make sure that you get all these beautiful plants into your food as flavourings as well. So the first oil is frankincense. Frankincense is known as the king of oils. It really is useful for pretty much anything, and it's actually the #1 immune system booster. So it's anti-infectious, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic. It's great for coughs. And emotionally, so where I can, I'll talk about the emotional effects as well. So remembering that everything is energy and we're looking at our body as a holistic thing. So as something that is your physical body, but also your mental health, your emotional well-being, and your spiritual health as well. So emotionally, frankincense is going to help you to move from feeling vulnerable to feeling protected. And when you think about it, what does your immune system do? It protects you. So it all links up. It's so beautiful. I love this. So frankincense, number one, immune boosting oil. Oregano is the second one. Oregano is a really strong essential oil. I'd really recommend you get those leaves into your cooking to get that oil into your system. Using it on its own can be quite difficult for a lot of people. It's a very hot oil, so if you're applying it topically, definitely dilute it. But it is also, it's an amazing healing oil. It's antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, antiseptic, and antiviral. I think it's the strongest antifungal oil that you can come across. But as far as boosting your immunity, then that's a great one to use. You don't diffuse oregano. It does not have a good smell and is not designed to be diffused. So it's kind of for using topically. You could put it on a handkerchief and breathe it in, but again, just the scent, I don't think it's very pleasant. Third one, another herb, thyme. So again, get that into your cooking as well. Thyme is antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiviral, antiseptic, and thyme is another beautiful one for helping to boost your immunity as far as how it works on your emotional well-being, because it helps you move from feeling powerless to once again feeling dynamic. And how powerless do you feel if you have a cold or a flu? So that is a beautiful one as well. Lemon, again, use it in your cooking. Get that lemon zest going on your roast, or I love when I'm roasting a chicken to stuff a whole lemon inside or cut it in half and stuff the two halves inside. So you get that beautiful, the benefits of the oil in the skin. So lemon is antiseptic, antiviral. It's also emotionally uplifting. It's a really cheering oil. So again, great if you are actually unwell, but we're talking today about prevention of being unwell. So lemon is a great one to use, especially if you do have that overwhelm that I spoke about that can bring on a cold, because it helps you to move from feeling confused to once again feeling rational, clearing your head as well. So I would highly recommend that if you are feeling like your brain is turning to mush like mine was last week. And obviously I packed my lemon oil and couldn't find it quickly enough to prevent this cold coming on. And then the fifth one is tea tree or melaleuca. So this is analgesic, so it has great pain relieving properties. So do bear that in mind. If you have an illness coming on, you're feeling achy, then tea tree is a good one to use. It's antibacterial, antiseptic, antiviral. It's decongestant, so it's great again for coughs like the frankincense was. So decongestant and expectorant, so it helps you to remove excess mucus if you have that. And it stimulates your immune system directly. It's an immune stimulating oil. And again, emotionally, tea tree will help you to move from feeling intolerant to feeling, again, understanding of a situation. And again, if you've got too much going on and you're feeling overwhelmed, then you can feel intolerant about stuff and even about little things. So that's a beautiful emotional immune booster as well. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions at all, then please do contact me. And I hope that you manage to stay well for the whole of the winter. And I hope that I manage to get my brain back in order after moving house and get on top of my cold as well. Okay, be well. Bye.